Dear students, I am Santan, working as a physics faculty in Target English Medium School. Today in this part video, I would like to explain how to find center of mass or center of gravity of India map made of steel. So why? Because we discussed this topic particularly in the gravitation chapter means. So already in our previous video I clearly explained what is the center of mass and what is the center of gravity. But we discussed some of the objects center of gravity. But that objects you are observing that their shape is particular shape is there. But when you are observing the India map, it is not having any particular shape. It is nothing but it is an irregular shape. So for regular shape of the bodies like square, rectangle, triangle, sphere, disc, cone, cylinder, they have a particular shape. They are called as regular shape of the bodies. So that's why for regular shape of the bodies, you can easily find the center of gravity. But in case of irregular shape of the bodies, we cannot find directly. That's why in what way you can find center of gravity. That's why I can say that what is that one made up? Yes, India map made upon the steel. Not only that one. So a leaf, we can say that, or any irregular shape of any object. Not only the India map or leaf or anyone. If we are taken the any irregular shape of the object, for that one, in what way you can find its center of mass or center of gravity. How to find center of mass or center of gravity of India map made up of steel, So generally here diagram is the India map diagram. I don't know particularly how to draw the diagram in a proper way. Like this one, it is a little bit diagram, but I don't like this, just a little bit area only here. So it is a we are mentioned as India map. It is made of which one? Steel. But now for this one, how to find center of gravity? Why? Because we know that center of gravity or mass is distributed where the more mass is located. Is nothing but the center of mass or center of gravity is not always present at its center. It is present maybe at its center or within the boundary or outside the boundary also. At the same way, if the mass is distributed, the center of gravity is also changes, and that value is always changes towards where more mass is located. That's why based on that concept we can easily discuss in this one. But anyone, if they are given any irregular shape of the object, in what way we can find that mode you can discuss that here. First of all, you can, after taking the any irregular shape of the object, you can make some tiny holes at the different places. You can make one place here. It is the, we can say as a here one point B we can say C, it is the D, it is the E. We are observing that. So like this one, okay, not only like this one, number of your answer as that is as your wish only. Yeah. So that's why totally how many okay holes I will make here totally 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 like this one. So not only this one, number of what that is your wish, I say that clearly. First of all, you can take the any irregular shape of the object. I will take in here which one? India map made of steel. I will make the 5 tiny holes at the different places. So here, totally 5 places is there. Now we can take a 5 thread. The thread will be tied at A separately, B, C, D and E individually or separately. Okay, up to certain. Maybe simply. So now we can take the 30 or 40 centimeter length of the thread. The thread is tied at A, B, C, D and F individually or separately. Now in other side, we can take a laboratory retard stand. We consider that it is a retard stand. We know that. Now, okay. So the thread, okay, we tied at the A, that is we are connected to the retard stand and observing the position of India map, means how it will be freely suspended in the A. So that's why it is freely suspended in the A. So means one thing I said that here clearly, which point is center of gravity, how we can find, means at what point it is totally balancing, I say that clearly. At what point the entire object freely balancing in the air in horizontal mode, that point is the center of mass or center of gravity. For example, just okay, it is there, which shape is there? Square shape is there. Now for this square shape also I will make the totally 5 holes. Okay, first at the 4 corners A, B, C, D and it is the E. I will say that. How many total is there? 5. Okay, 4 corners and 1 hole is at the middle. Now we can connect a thread at the A and it is freely suspended in the A. Means it is suspended like this mode or not? That's why this is the center of gravity. No, because of at this point are you balancing entire this one in horizontal mode? No, because of simple I say that. Now exactly at the point this one you keep our finger. What will be happen? It is balancing horizontally or not? Okay, now like the same way, so just same thing also you can keep at this corner. What will be happen? It is not balancing, automatically fall down. At this corner, this one. At 4 corners you try by keeping our fingers. Okay, so the entire the object is not balancing, but entire the object is balancing where? At the one point, that is here center is there. Is it correct or not? That's why center is nothing but where the total entire the mass is balancing or concentrated, that is called center of gravity. That's why. So the center of gravity or mass of this object is not located at the 4 corners. It is located at where? At the middle. So nothing but if an object is freely suspended in the A in the horizontal mode, at which point it is freely suspended in the A, that point we consider as a center of gravity or center of mass of the body. Like here is also. Now India map at the point A, you suspended like this one. It is suspended vertically but not horizontally. That's why A is means not a center of gravity point. Like the same way B, C, D and E, and finally we are observing that okay at the point E it is freely suspended. Means how it is freely suspended. In this one also, how we can find this object? It is the A, B, C, D. It is the E. Here one thread we are connected from this. Okay, this thread connected to the point E. B thread is also connected to the point E. C connected to the E. D is also connected to the E. Finally, this one is connected to the retard stand. At that time, you are observing that it is freely suspended in the air. But now, this thread means B, D, C, E. All threads are connected to the point A and try to suspend and feel like this one. It will be always bend like this one. Is nothing but A is not a center of gravity. Like the same way B not center of gravity. Vice versa. But only at the point E means A thread will be brings to the point E. B, C, D. All threads are tied or make a knot at the point E, and point E the thread is connected to the retard stand. At that time what will happen? It is freely suspended in the air. That's why point E is called center of gravity. Here is also at A, B, C, D and E. For every point you are trying to freely suspend it in the air, but finally so the India map is suspended at the point E. That's why point E is called center of gravity or center of mass of the India map. Listen very carefully once again. So in this one, first of all, we can take an irregular shape of the object. For example, India map made of steel. Now we can make tiny holes at the different places as shown in the figure, like this one. Now we can connect the 30 centimeter length of the thread at every tiny hole separately. After that, now India map is try to suspended in the air in horizontal mode at the every point like A, B, C, D. So finally you are observing that. So when the India map point at the point E, the total entire India map made of steel is balanced in the suspended in the air horizontal mode. That's why point E is the center of gravity of the India map made of steel. So that is the way of the method to find the irregular center of gravity of the irregular shape of the objects. So mostly our chapter is completed up to this one. So just I will give a brief idea to you what are the topics we are discussing in this chapter. First we discuss that in the chapter of gravitation, what is the gravitation. After that we are discussing that what is the uniform motion, what is the centripetal acceleration. In a uniform motion, speed is constant but velocity is not constant because of direction of velocity is changes. Magnitude of the velocity is the same but the direction of the velocity is changes. Next one, centripetal acceleration. The acceleration produced in a uniform circulated body by changing the direction of velocity is called centripetal acceleration. Its formula A of C equals to V square upon R. Next, centripetal force. So a force which is acting always towards the center is called centripetal force. Formula F of C is equals to M V square upon R. Like the same way, centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is a force, it is always acting away from the center. Centripetal force is a real force, centrifugal force is a fictitious or non-real force. But centripetal force and centrifugal force, these two are simultaneously act on a body when it is moved in a circular path in the uniform motion. But these two are acting on the body with equal magnitude but in opposite direction. That's why finally the body is in rest position without losses the energy. Next further we are discussing that what is the time period of a satellite, how we can find 84.75 minutes, we have find out that easily. So by using that formula of t square equals to 4 pi square r square by gm, by using r cube by gm, by using that formula t square is equals to 4 pi square r power 3 upon gm. By using that formula you can find what is the time period of a satellite and also what is the relation between capital G and the small g. G equals gm upon r square, and also we prove what is the universal law of gravitation. F is equals to g m1 m2 upon r square, or F equals to g capital M small m upon d square or r square. So G is called universal gravitation constant. Its value was found by the Galileo scientists experimentally, that is 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square kilogram power minus 2, and mass of the earth is 6 into 10 power 24 kgs, and the radius of the earth is 6400 kilometers. In the meters per in meters 6.4 into 10 power 6 meters. The distance from Okay, so Earth to Moon is 3,84,400 kilometers, and the distance from Sun to Earth is 150 crore kilometers. This is some ideas about that one. And after that one, we discuss what is the center of gravity, what is the center of mass. So mass is necessary to present at the center of mass? No, the mass is maybe present or may not be present at its center of mass, because sometimes it is present at its center, sometimes it is maybe on the boundary, within the boundary, or outside the boundary in a uniform ring. At the center of mass, mass is not present. And in certain cases, the center of mass is or gravity lies outside the body. When you are carrying a bucket of water, when a person is bent and try to touch his toes, like this type of thing. When a person is sitting in a chair, and finally we discuss that how to find in center of mass or center of gravity of India map made of steel. Thank you.